So how does it feel? Few hours, like it's 7 o'clock, so we have like
5 hours.
5 hours
Yeah,
to the final countdown.
Yeah, it's good.
How does it feel?
Well, it's really cool. I think it's gonna be really cool. It's really close now, isn't it? And we're gonna play a gig tonight, and then hopefully by the time we get off, the adrenaline rush will be really cool, and that will continue to the record. So, I think
But you're more relaxed, like finally. I was waiting for it so many years, and the whole world will hear Mellow Moon, or it's like, damn it, it's D-Day. Yeah,
I'm quite nervous actually. Yeah. To be fair, just because, I made it so long ago that now it's finally coming out. It's quite a anxiety-inducing moment, but at the same time, I'm very excited for it. Yeah.
What are the first reviews from your family, from your friends? What do you hear about this album?
Most of them like it.
Most of them.
It's really cool because I sent with my family and friends. They all have different tracks that they really like.
Yeah.
But one that pops up the most is like the last track, Just Below the Above. That gets a lot of people are really into that, which is cool. Yeah. So I'm really into, really happy about that. Yeah.
Just above. The feeling of there's a place your friends die. They won't call. You up at all, 'cause you're not there.
You're a drug dealer. You know why?
I'm a drug dealer.
Here is evidence number 1. This is my Spotify Wrapped for last year. I don't know how it happened because 3D Feelings was released like in November.
3D Feelings is pure drugs.
Yeah.
It's pure drugs.
Yeah, I don't know how this happens. November.
That's amazing.
And number 1.
That's really cool to see. Thank you.
Yeah, but man, I was listening to it like for weeks over and over.
Oh wow! You probably listened to it more than I have.
Really, it's like the most addictive record I've heard for like years. Really.
Oh wow!
I'm not sugarcoating it.
And there's a lot of things going on in it, and there's lots of bits and pieces to the puzzle, and
and it was recorded in a very weird times, let's say.
Yeah.
And I was surprised that you're telling in the interviews that it was hard to write music in the pandemic.
Yeah,
Why?
it was. In some ways it wasn't, because obviously I was at home and I could just make music whenever I wanted to.
Yeah.
And so I was like, oh, that's brilliant. And then I got in a room and I was like, wait, what am I actually going to sing about,
This was new for us,
Yeah.
And the emotions, the empty streets, and I thought that it will be a major creative time for artists.
Yeah, which in a lot of ways it was. I think a lot of artists actually found it really useful, and then a lot of artists didn't. I think it, and there was a middle ground as well. Like some days for me, I'd write great music, and other days I wouldn't do anything. So. Yeah, it all depends really on what day it was, how whether you woke up on the right side of the bed or not.
Yeah, and the pandemic was especially hard for you, and you were telling that openly. So kudos for that as well.
Yeah. I mean, with this album, it was answering a few questions in my mind. Nothing too deep, but I did it at least.
And the funny part is that I saw you performing in Amsterdam. It was like 2 months ago.
Yeah, that was really cool.
Yeah, it was cool. And when we were coming there, I'm like twice your age. So I thought like, this is going to be sad. An old prick like me will be, messed up with a bunch of teenagers who went to see their idol.
It wasn't like that at all.
At all.
No.
It was like people were here from 16 to 60. I'm talking about 60. We celebrate Mother's Day in Poland today.
Oh!
And I've posted something...
Happy Mother's Day to all the mothers in Poland.
Yeah, thanks.
You rock. Keep on rocking.
Yeah, they do. And I've posted that there's a record coming, Mellow Moon, by Alfie Templeman. He's great. Listen to it, blah, 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 blah. And my mother saw it. And I was phoning her today and said that I'm in London and I'm going to meet this guy and blah, blah, blah.
Yeah.
She said like, I've listened to him. he's really great. And my mother is like 64 or something. So
When I'm 64.
but come on, that's crazy.
Yeah,
you
that's
attract
amazing.
people from like this to this, yeah?
That's really cool.
Yeah.
Wow, say thanks to her.
Yeah, I will.
My mum's 58 and she's a big fan of me, so...
They have something in common,
Yeah.
yeah. How do you do it? Do you think about your listeners when you create music?
No, that freaks me out.
Really?
I just like make songs. Think about that bit later. Because I don't know, it's just crazy that there's that many people out there that listen to me. I just find it very, very, very scary.
Yeah. And when you're on stage, do you check out the crowd? And
Sometimes. I spoke to a few artists about this recently, and we were just talking, we were like, do you remember being on stage? And they're like, yeah, the highlights. Like, there's certain moments where you're just
so a
like...
good solo or something like this?
Yeah, I mean, more just like, you remember the room, you remember standing there, you remember a few specific faces, like weird faces where they're like, they're either like too drugged up or they're just like having a good time or whatever. You know, you just remember certain things from gigs. You remember... interactions before the gig or after the gig, you know. I played the Royal Albert Hall recently, which is big, like a pretty big venue and big deal in England, and I remember like a few snapshots from it. So
really?
It
doesn't look like you're ending a show and like, wow, Mellow Moon was great, 3D Feelings was great, like a blackout?
You remember certain bits. So I suppose like if you really try, you remember like what the song goes like. I normally like if something goes bad, you're more likely to remember it than if something goes good. If something goes good, you're just like, oh, it was good, it's fine, it's done. Yeah. Like we played it well, people enjoyed it, that's it. If it goes bad, it's like, oh, you come off stage and you're like, oh, I played like the worst progression, like all the wrong notes, it just sounded messy.
That's sad to hear, because I always thought that when you finish a gig, you're like, wow, this was crazy, I remember this. I remember every second of it.
No,
I was enjoying it, yeah?
We're different, in the band, we're all different with it. So some of us take it okay, some of us don't. I don't really care. I'm just like, oh, I played terribly. It's funny, like whatever.
See you next time.
Like great, yeah. I messed up pretty badly in the Albert Hall. To be fair, with Declan, I played in the wrong key for like the first half of the song, and it must have stuck out like a sore thumb. But you know,
shit happens. Yeah.
Shit happens.
Yeah. Okay, so let's get back to Mellow Moon.
Oh yeah, that.
And talking about live performances, I don't recall. Now I feel like an artist. That you were playing Mellow Moon live in Amsterdam. You remember that?
Yes, we played it. Yeah.
You played it.
Yeah.
And the funny part is that when I heard Mellow Moon on the CD, on the album, it's like, I think it may be the best song on the album for me.
Oh wow, amazing!
It's crazy. It's so well crafted, so greatly produced.
Oh, thank you.
I was crying. I can admit that, really. This is one of the most beautiful choruses, melodies ever.
Wow,
so,
thank you.
So I'm blown.
That's
and
lovely to hear.
When I heard it today on the rehearsal, I was like, why did I recognize this song when I was in Amsterdam? Why did I?
That's the one. Yeah, we're playing it tonight.
Why did it stand out so well? So it's crazy to compare hearing your songs live on stage and then listen to the real deal.
It's a weird thing with that because I go and see artists and they play unreleased stuff and your brain's not familiar with it. So you just see it as a white canvas with nothing on it when you hear a song that hasn't been released yet. But I really like teasing it. I like it because then you connect the dots later and you go, oh, I heard this live and actually it was like really cool.
Yeah, and the idea was quite different when you hear it on the album version.
Yeah, but when we play live, we're just different anyway, you know, because in the studio, it's just me playing all the instruments. So each character that's involved when we play live, they bring a complete different sound to it, obviously, because they're different people and they have different ways of approaching things, playing things, probably a lot better than I can as well. So
On the other hand, I remember that Candy Floss make me like,
yeah,
this is a great one.
Candy Floss.
And
yeah, did you like the studio version?
it's amazing, and it's
great.
especially great when you're driving in the car. So the bass is really
it's
pumping.
hard-hitting,
it's really good.
You wanted candy floss. Maybe life's a little too hot for us. Maybe it's a little too sour in the center. But trust me, it gets better. So don't you wanna try to make it out alive?
Speaking about driving, how was your driver's license going?
I failed.
First time?
Yeah, second.
second.
The first time I forgot to bring my license, so I couldn't do it.
What?
Yes, I'm stupid. Yeah, I get it. Okay, you don't need to lay into me.
And the second one?
The second one, I was really close to passing. This is theory. Yeah, I got. I think the pass mark was like 43, and I got like 39. So
Oh, damn it.
it was pretty close.
Yeah.
And the questions are about horses half the time. So.
The questions in Poland are as well.
Are they weird as well? Yeah.
Really, weird, and sometimes they are pointing out mistakes. So
What side of the road do you drive on in Poland? The other one.
On the good one.
On the good one.
The other one.
Okay,
yeah.
now this is a fight now. What side of the road is better?
No, but I was driving on the wrong side in Australia, and it went surprisingly good. So
Yeah,
I can do that as
When we
well.
went to America, Dad was driving. My dad, because I go with my dad. Like my dad's my tour manager, so he was driving on the left side, the right side. He was like, "Oh, this is weird."
It's weird switching, yeah.
Yeah.
Of
To be
course.
fair, I have no preference.
We will see about that when you get your driver's license.
I'd prefer to drive on the right side in the UK. I just think it makes it a bit more adventurous.
That's true. Okay, you were talking about your bandmates, Adam, Casey, and Josh.
Yes.
Fantastic players.
Yeah.
How did you meet them? How did you put up a talented gang like this?
Joss, I met in, you know what? It was so long ago. Joss is my best friend, and I've known him since I was literally a baby. So we've just had a bond for years.
And it's easy to work together with your best friend?
Yeah.
Because sometimes it can be tricky.
You
Like,
know, it's okay because he just does what I say. Nah. He learns the guitar parts perfectly without even trying. So it's just a Joss thing, I guess.
and the other guys?
Cam, who's Casey Blackwater, and Adam. I met Adam in 2017. Doing a Battle of the Bands competition when we were in separate bands, and then we just became friends, like really good mates. And yeah, I just knew he was a good drummer, got him involved, and then Adam actually told me about Cam, and I knew Cam already because I was like really into like just. I thought his Instagram was pretty cool. Like he had some really nice guitars, like, and he's just a great bass player. So got him involved, and it all just mushed together perfectly. It was like a dream team, and we're all just like best mates. We just mess around and have fun. So
Yeah, you sound terrific together.
Thank you.
But I have to ask, where is the keyboard player?
Yeah.
What happened to the keyboard player?
That's Will, little Will Bloomfield. Well, Will actually produced some of the songs on the record.
Yeah.
He produced like Candy Floss, 3D, Broken.
Yeah, and Candy Floss is with its majestic 80s like.
Yeah.
Yeah. It should have a
That's
keyboard
him.
player live. Yeah.
Yeah, so he plays the key. I'm not very good at keys, but I do play keys on a lot of the record. It's just all the stuff where it sounds really good is him. So, one day I'm sure we'll get a proper keys player because I'd rather do that than have track. But at the moment, it's kind of hard. So,
Yeah. So speaking about personnel, for instance, you're a one-man show. Like you play 11 instruments or more.
I play like a few. Well, the 10, 11 instruments thing is
so let's
BS.
stick to the well ones. Guitar, drums.
Yeah.
What else?
Guitar,
Cello?
drums, bass. Yeah, a bit
Bass,
of cello, a bit of sitar, and then keys very badly. But
So why you're wasting money on other musicians when you're recording an album?
you know, if I had 8 arms, it would probably be different. But I don't.
So let's talk about how much Mellow Moon is a one-man show, and how much other people were involved?
Yeah,
in
there
this
was
project?
there was 5 other people. There was Rob Milton, Charlie Perry, there was Will Bloomfield, Justin Young, Kieran Shuddle, and then Tom McFarland. 6, actually, sorry.
Yeah.
Messed up there, big time. Yeah, they all brought different things. They brought a different pair of ears to each of the songs, you know. Yeah, I worked with Will and Justin on Candy Floss, Broken, 3D, you know, all of the poppier stuff, all of the things where Folding Mountains as well. You know, Justin taught me a lot about lyrics in those songs. He helped me craft and be more honest about myself. And we messed around with a lot of poppier sounding things and big hooks. Tom from Jungle, we messed around with You're a Liar, Leaving Today. Had good fun with those, like just messing around with that. Leaving Today had some cello on it. That's where the cello came into play.
And it's you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, just making really majestical kind of pretty music, basically. Songs like Mellow Moon was Will and Justin as well. And then Do It was with Rob Milton, who does a lot of Holly Humberstone stuff, Easy Life. So that was really fun, making like a really cool Daft Punk kind of vibe. Charlie Perry, we worked together for a Western, and he's a producer that I'm just in love with his stuff, and I think we're going to work on more stuff in the future. So the opening track I did with him, the very R&B kind of vibe, and that's something that I want to explore even more, because it just made me really happy making that kind of music. And then Kieran I did Colour Me Blue with, so that was really fun. That was through FaceTime. I don't make many songs through FaceTime, but that was one of them.
How it happens through FaceTime?
We just called each other and we were like, yeah, should we make a song? And I got on the piano and he was like, yeah, cool, that sounds really cool. I added some bass, he got some drums involved, we came up with a hook together. Like, it happened in half an hour. It was really cool, really quick, yeah.
A very productive half an hour.
Yeah, very productive half an hour.
So FaceTime, it means during the pandemic.
Yeah.
Crazy stuff.
Totally recommend.
Do you want me to come around? Think you're right when you're feeling down. I could be somewhere with you. Gonna make it blue. Do you want me to come around? Think you're right when you're feeling down. I could be somewhere with you. Gonna make it blue.
You said that I agree with that, because this album shows a bit more poppy side of your music.
Yeah.
But still, when Alfie Templeman makes a happy, up-tempo, colorful song,
It sounds happy.
It sounds happy, but on the surface, when
Yeah.
you scratch it, it's kind of sad. 3D Feelings, Candy Floss.
Yeah.
They are all like sad songs.
It's only going to get more depressing.
Why? It's in your nature, or you said to yourself, you're never gonna write a jolly song, a happy pop song.
I
yeah.
just genuinely write things when I'm moody.
Really?
Yeah, Just Below the Above is a really good example of that. Like, one of the best songs on the record, in my opinion.
It sounds quite sad, but it has a uplifting feeling, I think.
It does. It does. The thing about Just Below the Above is it starts off very sad, then it goes, a little rush of like, come on, you got this, and then it goes, and it goes, no, you haven't.
Sorry.
Yeah.
Wait for the next album.
Which is cool, and this is what I really like to do. I like to make songs have a climax and bring them back down. That's why that song's a really cool moment on the record, because there's nothing else that's really that pure. I don't think it's straight from me, you know, just one of the songs that I just did by myself in my room.
And it started very early for you.
Yeah, a long time ago, like when I was 14. So, yeah, I worked on it then and then messed around with it and brought it up to where it is now. And I still think that's my favorite way of writing. And like whatever I'm doing next, it's the same thing. Like I'm just messing around at home, having fun with that, trying new things. And then I send it to producers later if needs be. But with this album, it was also really cool because it was a bit more hands-on with other people. And that was something that I always wanted to explore. Yeah. And it's something that I have explored now. So,
I know it's a stupid question, but I'm always curious how an artist works. So when you're writing, how does it work? Do you have some kind of a pattern, or I don't know, you are watching TV and something inspiring comes up and like, this has to be a song. I don't know. Do you have some patterns like?
No, I mean, the whole thing for me is there's no formula. So it can just happen anyway. Yeah. You know, every time I write a song, it's quite different. I go for a different approach. So there were the songs where, like, in the record, obviously the poppier ones, you have to really put your mind to it. So it's all about writing a really good hook. And most of the hooks were either things that just came to my head or something that might have come to Justin's head or Will's head. And then we'd work around it. But with other songs, it would be me sat with an acoustic guitar, just singing my heart out, like just singing exactly what came to mind, whatever I felt. And then me dumbing it down later, basically. Yeah. So still feels like I'm holding myself back a bit, but like that's the whole thing with songwriting. You learn and you get better and you progress, and that's something that I'm doing every day.
What's the moment? What's the way to create such phrases as I don't know, 500 unicorn balloons? Like it's crazy. Like how does it happen?
Well, that's a very the film Up.
Yeah.
It just reminds me straight up.
Okay.
Up, basically. It's that kind of thing, It's you have to visualize things. Yeah. You have to see things. I think that was one of Justin's things. 500 unicorn balloons. Yeah. It's just such a sweet image, isn't it?
Yeah,
like,
that's true.
It's really sweet and really cute. And yeah, I'm very much a visualizer, so I think of things in my head, random things, and then I'll turn it into lyrics.
Yeah. One of the most common comments I see when browsing your videos or something like this, people are like, wow, this guy is so underrated. Like, he should be a super mega star, stuff like this. Do you feel underrated? Some kind of?
No, I don't. For the music that I'm making right now, I don't think it's underrated. I think it's very, very mainstream and quite in your face. So no, I mean some of it's definitely. I feel like I'm overlooked in a lot of ways because I feel like people still aren't aware that I'm playing most of the instruments myself and doing most of it myself. But underrated, no, because I've got a pretty big audience, so I think I'm fairly all right. And I'd hate to be a massive superstar, so.
Yeah, it shows. You can check your Instagram account or Facebook account. Like, this guy don't give a crap about publicity.
No. True.
And your manager is not happy about it.
Yeah.
So social media is not for you.
No, not at all.
But
still figuring it out.
But still, you're using WhatsApp and using it for a good cause.
I'm using WhatsApp.
Yeah.
WhatsApp is good. Me and Caroline have a good thing with WhatsApp. So yeah.
Yeah, and you have a group with your fans.
I have a group with my fans.
How is it going?
And they're my friends. I love them, and I saw a few of them at the Dolby thing the other day, and it was really sweet. It's great. They just tell me what curry they're having for dinner. It's never anything about me. Like, oh my God forbid that it's about me. It's
worst fans. Come on.
Oh, it's nothing to do. Like seriously, you'd go on there and it would say Alfie Templeman. It's not even called that. I think it's called Hat Penis in liquid form or something. But it's just an absolute Mickey take, really. Like, we're just messing around and talking about a bunch of nonsense. So
the album will premiere in like few hours. That's the spirit. And what's next? You're doing some concerts this summer, some festivals, yeah?
Yeah.
And what's next for Alfie Templeman?
A good night's sleep. I need
Finally.
to go to bed. I am tired. That, and also just keep working on new music. I'm working on more stuff at the moment, and I think it sounds good. It's not like the first record, which is good. You want it to be different, right? It's exciting. So messing around with that, and we'll see whatever happens next, basically.
Cats or dogs?
Cats, obviously.
I love him.
Cats, every day. I love my cat. Max is a G.
Max?
Max.
I saw him on Instagram, yeah.
Sorry, on Instagram.
He's cute, yeah,
He's
that's
great,
true.
yeah.
Wine or beer?
Beer, yeah. But I really like red wine.
Okay.
So, hard to choose, but beer, yeah.
Okay. Eating out or cooking?
Cooking.
Really?
Yeah.
What do you cook?
I don't cook very well, but I could do a mean fajita, or I could do a very good tuna melt. Tuna melt is kind of like my specialty.
Okay.
With a little pickle on top as well.
Okay.
It's the Alfie special.
Partying or staying home?
Staying home.
Okay.
I went to a rave the other day, and it wasn't that good.
Recording or performing live?
Recording.
Radio or Spotify?
Radio.
Ed Sheeran or Harry Styles?
Oh God, that's actually quite hard.
And it should be fast.
Stop it. The first two Ed Sheeran albums are amazing, and the first two Harry Styles albums are amazing. Harry.
So Ed Styles.
Ed Styles. Ed Styles.
Graham Norton or Ricky Gervais?
Oh, Graham. I love Graham.
Okay. Singing or playing instruments?
Playing instruments. I'm not much of a singer.
Okay. Favorite TV series?
At the moment, it's Severance. Severance. It's amazing. It's just
Didn't watch that. Okay.
mind-boggling.
Last play song on your phone?
Let's find
A
out.
true answer.
Oh, it's the Mersey line by Pixie.
Oh,
Come on.
Okay.
Represent Chess Club.
good choice. Dream holiday destination?
Bali, Indonesia.
Oh, okay. What was the greatest thing that happened to you on stage?
I peed myself.
I thought you were gonna put it under the next answer. What was the worst?
I didn't pee myself. Every gig where you pee yourself is a good one because you know that you drank enough beer to really just let yourself go.
Caroline, like Pampers or something like this?
Yeah, you should
for
probably
the tour.
just go to what's the Audi version of Pampers? They got a really good, got a good cheap line of them.
German Pampers. Yeah.
German Pampers, yeah.
Your worst habit?
Picking my nose.
Okay. Your best habit?
What is my best habit? Wait, I do actually have a few. Wait, let me think. Clearing my belly button.
Clearing your belly button.
like-
Okay.
Removing the fluff from it. I think that's very important. I think it's a really
In
important.
your daily routine.
It's a really important thing to do. Yeah.
What made you mad recently?
Oh, what made me angry recently? Oh, there's a few things that made me mad recently. I was walking in a service station the other day, and I was going to Greg's, and there was this lady with her kids, and I was walking, and she just stops right in front of me, and I go, boom, and it really grinded my gears, because all of a sudden I had no space to get outside of the automatic door. They were just, in the way, so I had to kind of scoot around.
Understandable.
It was horrible.
Understandable.
It was horrible.
What recently made you happy?
My girlfriend's texts, they make me smile.
Okay, we will not check them. I got you something.
Oh,
you
mate.
like colorful. Now spoiler alert. You like colorful vinyls? I got you one. Ta-da!
Oh, mate. Oh, wow.
And let's see, you're 19.
This looks sick.
Do you know this band? Because this band is for me like Rush is for you. So it's like the
Wow.
band of my life.
Like Rush. Roxette. Oh, these guys. Wow.
Guys.
This is 90s, right?
This is 91. Yeah.
91.
Yeah, this is a new edition
wow. This
from
looks awesome.
from last year. So this guy who is called Per Gessle is a melody genius. So I think
This looks amazing.
you will find it
Where are they
quite
from?
nice. Sweden.
Are they from Sweden?
Yep.
Oh, cool.
Yeah.
Wow. This is going to start off my my new love for Sweden then. I really like Sweden. I went to Sweden.
Sweden
earlier.
is great. Yeah.
I went to Sweden earlier
highly
this year.
recommended. Yeah.
Yeah, it's great place.
Yeah.
Home of
So-
ABBA as well.
Have a nice listening.
Thank you so much. That was too kind of you. Thank you.
No problem.
That's amazing.
Best of luck.
I'll put this on my turntable tonight when I get home. Actually, give it a listen.
Have fun.
It's a parlophone release.
Yeah.
Wow, cool. Knocking on every door.
Yeah.
What's the best song? What should I start with? I mean, apart from obviously listening right from the start.
Tough question for me. Like the biggest hits are like Joyride, Fading Like a Flower, Spending My Time. The Big Hell is a big one as well. I don't know. It's a great album, really.
Oh, cool. Okay.
and-
Is this is this one of their first records? Is it an early one?
It's their third album, but
Third.
the biggest. Yeah.
Yeah.
The biggest. Yeah.
Oh, cool.
Yeah, so-
Okay. Amazing.
So have fun.
Oh, thank you.